Hello, Army. This is Nisha coming to you from Living Bangtan 7. Welcome to day 2 of our Festa event, 10 Years of Wellness with Bangtan. Still with you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I am so excited. Yesterday we had such a massive turnout. I don't think we even anticipated how global our participation was going to be. Um, it was something. I am so honored. Please take time if you haven't had a chance to get on and watch the shows from yesterday. Please take some time and get on and view. I think we had 6 or 7 shows. Every single one had completely different content, completely different context, speaking about walking on the wellness journey with Bangtan over 10 years. And today we are doing 2 workshops. This morning we had one on Namjuning. And right now we have Miss Terry Roselli who's going to be bringing you how we can perfect or how we can even just initiate to create a vision board for ourselves and using the prompts from 10 Years of Wellness with Bangtan, kind of showing us how to walk through creating that journey for ourselves. So welcome to today's team. We have our Terry Roselli coming up from BTS Atlas Army. We have Flora, who's coming to us from Peru Army. And we have our Terry Warner, who is one of our admin teams. I am here, but I am actually giving myself some wellness time. So I'll actually be behind the scenes today. So if you need me, I'm here. I will keep my eyes open. Love you all. Go ahead,
Okay,
Terry R. Take it away.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about us first. Living Bangtan is a platform on the DG team created to bring you wellness discussions, content, and musings based on the healing and positive messages of Bangtan Sonyedan. And now I'd like to just show you a short reel, and then we will get into our show.
We are.
Thank you so much for playing that, my dear. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, just going to say, our name means living bulletproof 24/7, and our purpose is to help us all learn to live confidently with self-love throughout the day, protected and by the support and love of BTS and Army. So, Terry, you're up. Tell us what we need to do today.
Oh my goodness. The first thing is, can we take care of feedback? The feedback that can we take care of the feedback? It's very difficult to understand anything.
Oh yeah, I can barely understand you either. Let's see who's got.
I can't understand anything you all are saying. Is there a phone on somewhere?
Well, that's what did any of you guys have? Well, I know Nisha's on her phone, but Flora, is your phone on? Oh, okay. Flora's on mute.
No, my phone is off.
Okay. Well, we'll just move forward and we'll see how it goes here.
All right, I am going to tell you. Why don't you go ahead and do this for us? And by the way, a couple of the boys are on Weverse chatting. So why don't we take a few moments and read their chats because they're on. And why don't you do me a favor and Terry, just exit and come right back in. And hopefully that should take care of it, okay?
Terry R?
Okay. Yes, Terry R. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that happens if you are on 2 devices at one time. So it can happen that we get that feedback loop. So you got to bear with it, and also understand this is a global initiative, and we are coming to you all from various parts of the world, not just the country, the world. So it's it's an undertaking to have us all on from so many different places. So, oh my gosh, guys, let's see what the boys are bringing us right now. Hopefully that's a little bit better, so I'll jump right back off again. Go ahead, Terry. Hopefully that's better.
Can you understand us now, Terry?
We're gonna try it and see. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for taking care of that. It was it was getting in the way of my vision. Goodness.
Okay,
Okay.
now Terry, there is a way for you to show us. You said you're going to hold up stuff, but if you have it on your computer that you want to do, you can. If you do present, that'll give us your screens and stuff.
Oh goodness.
Otherwise, you can. If you were planning on holding your projects up for us, that's okay.
Yes. Yeah, this only needs to be up here for a few minutes because we're going to talk about the importance of a vision board and we're going to talk about how it. That was weird. It's still feedback. I'm sorry. I'm hearing me twice and 3 times. It's very distracting. Okay, vision board. Well, let's talk about this. How many people have tried to do a vision board and done one?
It's been a while though.
Okay, well, you saw my vision board, and I want to tell you a little story about this. Right? It's been a long time. The vision boards today are so different than they are for, um, us now, um, for like years ago, right? Um, we have a lot of more resources that we can fill our heads with to manifest out. So board, when I did this board, this was right after Los Angeles, the BTS was announced, and I wasn't gonna be able to go, and I knew that. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to go. So I thought, "Okay, for the next time, I want to go ahead and this is what I call a focused vision board." And as you can see, there's a lot of things on here that are related to BTS, like, this, like that guy, you know, um, different things that mean something to me, especially some of these things. Stop worrying about what others think. Gratitude, the size is perfect. All those things that we hear ourselves doing, and it was like, "Okay, I need to focus my thoughts. I want to go to the next thing that they're doing." And this board was written on June 16th of 2021, and, of course, last year, June, a year ago, we were in Vegas. So, on the back, I have written everything that pertains to everything on the front, what it means, so that I didn't forget, right? Everybody can make a vision board, and you can use magazines, things out, paste, glue, find pictures and that, right? But unless you have a clear and focused thought and have clarity about what you really want, it doesn't matter. So for me, taking the word, it gives it legs, kind of, so to speak. It makes it real for me. So, and just an example of what I wrote was planning, being intentional, being in my version of heaven where destiny waits, feeling the euphoria and the gratitude and knowing that it's all going to be worth it in the beginning of a new chapter of my life. to be able to utilize words from here, from back here was immense. It was meaningful. Now, one of the things about this, remember years ago, we used to have it where you would get the big poster board, find the magazines and all that kind of stuff, and right? So we get this big board, and where do we put it? Well, we put it in a room, in a library, in our bedroom, and we're only in there a little while at a time. So something like this needs to be out where you can see it, where it reminds you of something, where you can take action on it. So I'll put mine easel on an easel so it can sit. There we go. So it can sit on my desk where I am a good part of the day. And what happens is when you put things like this in front of you, you can't help but see them. You can't help but notice them. You can't help but act on them. And sometimes the actions that we take, it's really cool this way. Sometimes the actions that we take are they're just kind of like an afterthought almost. It's like, wait a minute, where did that come from? Where something will happen, and then it's like, wait a minute, this is happening. Now this is happening, and this is happening. So, and that's what happened with this vision board. Exactly what happened with this vision board. Um, you know, uh, when I did this, all the focus and clarity I had was focused on doing the next thing because I didn't know what it was going to be with, but it was the next thing, whatever that was going to be. I was going to be ready for it, emotionally, right? So, because I couldn't go to Los Angeles, and that really upset me, but I was okay with it. I knew I wasn't ready. I wasn't physically ready. I wasn't emotionally ready. So this got me ready, and I didn't even realize it. It got me ready for. So, with me sharing this and showing you this, um, Carrie and Floor, I know that you guys have had vision boards. Terry, what was some of the things that you had on your vision board that really came to you that
Well, now
you
we're
really wanted to
talking,
pay attention to?
so you're talking the olden day vision board when you talk to me.
Yes.
I will honestly say that I have not, and that was one of the reasons why I was so interested in jumping on with you today, because I did the old timey thing where you have it sitting there, and I had it in my bedroom. And so I did see it like when I'd walk out of my room, but I like the idea of yours having the prompts on the back, because you can look at the pictures and then you might say, oh, now why did I put that one there? And so by having the smaller version like you do, you can put down what you wanted. Because mine was mostly pictures. I did mine mostly for like weight loss type stuff. So you'd have all these pictures. I still carry with me today a picture of me many, many pounds ago, but I have it in my purse and I have it on my refrigerator. So that's as far as a vision board that I currently have. But it started out being mostly like a weight loss, and then you just type all these positive comments on about, you know, what you
Mhm.
can do to lose weight and those sorts of things. So I'm ready to come into the new century, and that's what I'm hoping that you're going to bring to us today.
Well, you know what? Thank you for saying that. And uh, the cool thing about this, all of us have books, right? So I am a person who I will hoard books. Okay, I hate to say it, but I hoard books, and I'm a nerd that way. So, um, okay, so like, let me show you. Okay, no wait, let me show you this. Right, these are book pages, right? These are book pages on. There we go. These are book pages, right? And this holds on to my hats, my hair. It holds on to all kinds of stuff for me. This little thing does. But book pages, and then and and I fold book pages, okay, like this. So when there are books that I don't really want to do anything with, something wrong with the page or whatever, I can't use them that way, and I take the whole book apart and I just use the front cover or the back cover. And that's exactly what this is. You don't have to go out and buy anything. It's just a book cover, and it's hard. So this is a very well-loved little vision board. And it's a now, even though this is a focused vision board where I had a definite destiny and a destination here with this one, this is still an inspiration to me because this shows me, yes, this can happen. This can happen. So, it's I thought about for this right here today for us, I thought about, putting the tape on where the little edges are curled up and stuff, and I thought, "You know what? No." Because it's kind of like me going silver from being a brunette. I'm not gonna do that. I love this. I love this. So, and I do want you to see that in the middle. Wait. See that in the middle? That right in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
That's the love yourself card. And that right there is always in the middle of my thoughts with things like this. Loving myself first. So, of course, what song does that remind you guys of? Floor, what song does that remind you of? Loving yourself. Just for something simple like this.
Wow. Mm, I mean, the first song that comes to mind is Answer, right? And I wanted, can you show me your vision board again, please?
Mhm.
So because I got that tattoo on my wrist, on my right wrist, because I wanted to see it all the time. So I did it last year. um, are you hearing me, guys, girls?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So that's not particularly my favorite song either,
Mhm.
but it felt mm, um, como un abrazo, um, like a hug
Mm.
from a person that cares about you. And I
Mhm.
got that tattoo. I love my tattoo, but I'm working. I think I should do a vision board that more than doing it on my body.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You're catching on now because we're going to talk about that a little more towards the end. So
Ooh.
let's talk about the good things that we need for a vision board that's going to really like matter and manifest the desires and the dreams that we have, right? So to do that, we're going to first talk about the materials that we're going to use. And those materials are going to be in a list also that you'll have access to, and we'll put that up. So you'll be able to get a hold of that. And of course, it's like I talk about, I talk about the book cover, right? The book cover. Now, you can, it doesn't have to be like a big or small book. It can be a bigger book like this. Right? And see, look at this. This is all going to be covered. So this is a book cover, right? And look how big it is. So you can expand your vision, literally, in a literal way. Um, and any kind of like scrapbooking paper that you want to use, right? Because you're going to cover the front and the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you can use magazines. Nowadays, it used to be magazines. That's all the places we had where we could get pictures, right? Now it's like online. You can get all different kinds of visuals, graphics, and things that are going to help trigger you for good thoughts in this vision board, right? So I used jewelry, a little piece of jewelry on there. I used an old, uh, I used an old ticket. That vision board actually shows the fact that right here in 1971, right here, I went to see the Osmond Brothers. That was my first concert, my first boy band concert. I was 11 years old. This ticket was $4.50, right? So you see who's right next to it is JK, right? So this boy band thing, I was able to watch my first boy band, and that's that's the reminder right there. You want something that's going to remind you of some good thoughts on there. And then this is where I want to be, is here, right? So, you wanna bring in some good memories to your vision board too, but things that are gonna be, oh, they put you still on the path to where you're going forward, okay? So, we talk about all kinds of, different embellishments, ribbon, lace, all kinds, anything that you would wanna put on there. It's carte blanche, do what you want. It's your vision. That's the cool thing, there's no rules, it's your vision. You can be structured, where everything is in columns, like a nice, spreadsheet, or you can do it where it's all over like this, because sometimes these thoughts are all over in my head. So this reflects, right, what's going on in my head sometimes. And it's cool because I understand. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters for you is that you understand your vision board, right? So materials, if you want to paint, if you want to do markers, rulers, scissors, those kinds of things, it's all, think of a big craft project, right? So the next thing that you want to be able to focus on is the fact that you need to have a focus. You need to have a clarity. You need to have an intention. So being able to think about what you really want and be focused. This was a focus board. So, I would challenge everybody today, as we're going through now, to give yourself a 2025 vision board and leave it open for whatever BTS is gonna do, because this board is about you getting there, about you getting to 2025 and BTS, whatever they're gonna do, right? So you wanna have a clear focus. And when we talk about clear focuses, let's talk about different things that people would wanna put a goal on. Uh, Possibly you might have a career goal that you would like to, see manifest. Cool part about these vision boards, if you put them on your desk at work, it's right there with you. It's not at home sitting, hiding in the closet, or when you pull it out, look at it. It's right there. And you can put things on there like you in a really beautiful gown that you were able to purchase because you got a raise, or, you know, there are all kinds of things that you can do for your career. We'll go to relationships. Everybody loves a relationship vision board, right? To put all kinds of things on there, right? So, so Terry, when you were doing your vision board, I know that you were talking about me too, right? Me too. We're all trying to find our health here. So, did you put on there that kind of thing where it's like, well, um, you know what? My train of thought just left just now. Seriously.
Well,
Wait, the train's
do
leaving. It'll
you
come back in a minute.
use how do you use your vision board to find your purpose?
It gives me focus.
And just for everybody watching, we just sent out a list of the materials and the picture of her vision board. You should find it in the comments in the chat, and we're also sending it out to all of our different platforms so that you can see what you need to get to make the vision board and the actual picture of Terry's vision board from today.
Thank you. Thank
Sure.
you. Oh, so, the thing that I use this to find my purpose with, right, is the fact that BTS is helping me find my purpose. And I have not done a vision board in years. I'm like you. I have not done one in years because it's like, well, okay, do I really want to focus on that? Yes. So to get clarity and the focus, it helps me find my purpose that way. Uh, it is a cool thing because from this, it stemmed on a deeper relationship with my army family in my Atlas group and the K-pop group. It it makes me understand that I'm where I'm supposed to be right now, and doing this kind of work and helping other people get to where they want to be. I find myself being a conduit a lot of ways. And this is one of the ways right now. Right now. This is my purpose. This is why I'm here right now. And for me to be able to do this while I'm immobile, waiting on a hip replacement is huge. I could be in the depth of a depression right now, but because of what we're doing now and talking about things that are inspiring to us, the music of BTS, how
I
we are
just
able
covered you
to,
up,
I
Terry,
know, right?
because
Look at these guys.
Terry, I just covered you up because I gave us a little inspiration. This picture
You
of
are fine.
boys. So you're talking about people needing inspiration. This, I think, is one of our biggest inspirations in life is these humble seven here. So I
Yes,
just thought I'd give people a chance to kind of
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly. Yes. And this is, this kind of falls, this kind of, I'm gonna have to take a drink of let me take a drink of water out of my bulletproof cup here for just a second.
okay.
Okay. I love these guys. So, with BTS, uh, they have given a lot of us. I'm 63 years old, and I'm very proud to be an Army at 63. So they have given us, my generation, a huge spark of hope for what's going on out there. And for us to be able to do something like this that they have inspired us to do, whatever we're inspired to do, those good things that we're doing, they're gonna roll out to other people in the ripple effect. They are rippling. Oh, you guys feel like you're just floored. Don't you feel like you're like rippling? These guys are just like rippling through all of us right now. And we're all inspired. Look at how Nisha was inspired, with living Bangtan 7 and to do this, right, for all of us. So we're doing things that some of us, it's out of our comfort zone, right? It's out of our box. Look at what they've done out of their comfort zone, out of the box. So, for us to go here is an awesome
I
thing.
can
And
hear
they've
you.
given us the opportunity to find our new vision by saying, do it, be yourself, find yourself, speak yourself, love yourself, and I take all that to heart. I know that there are so many Army out there that do, and I am just with them. I am there with them, right? So, you know, so number one was materials. We've covered that. That's easy peasy. The second thing is to find a focus. You want to get clear on what your dreams, your desires are. And I don't mean I want to be married and I want to have a wonderful life. Okay, great. How do you see yourself being married? Are you in a relationship already that you think that? Or are we still trying to find somebody to date? Because that's a whole other vision board there. But find that focus for you. And once you get there, whether it's a relationship, financial goals that you might have, like, of course, health, mental health, anything like that, right? Your hobbies, your interests, they, do they lend an opportunity for you to grow, right? So the vision board will show you all those things if you just listen and really about what makes you feel joy. And Nisha brought up the word joy yesterday, and my gosh, when we lose our joy, we lose just about everything. So finding finding the joy, and I made sure to put it on here so that I was always going to have joy, right? Um, so there's that. Then we have the benefits of doing a vision board. So I want to ask before we move forward, from what we've talked about so far, Floor, do you see I know that you said you were gonna probably do another vision board. What would be your focus of the vision board?
Wow. I haven't done it because I was waiting for this show to learn. And mm, I wanted to focus on feeling happy, feeling well, because I don't been fighting something that doesn't get me be in my best state of mind most of the time. But find I have found some balance with the boys. So I wanted to do about it, but also about being myself, being more independent about how people expect me to be or how the people see me.
So, Flora, then for you, a vision board could help you find some balance in your life.
I hope so.
Okay. Terry, do you ever do them just to like help calm you down?
Yes, yes. Because when you think about it, so that you're going to be able to uh, think about the future, not in a worried anxiety kind of think about the future, but in an anticipatory, excited, I can't wait to get there kind of a future, right? And so showing you guys this one was from 2021, right? So now, like I said earlier, I would challenge everyone because I'm going to do a new vision board for 2025. And but to do it now, when I look back on this goal and I see how this came to fruition, it blows my mind that how it worked, right? And so the cool part of it is now we get an opportunity, and like Flip on balance, that's imperative when you are trying to deal with a lot of other people. It's kind of I don't want to say this. When you're dealing with your own state of mind, and this is I'm speaking from a person who experiences chronic pain all the time. It never goes away. And we'll share all of these kinds of things, right? But this gives me the chance to have hope and understand that if I can think it, I can do it, I can be it, I can have it, I can achieve it. If I can think it. Same for everyone else. You can do that, it's more. You line up with it, line up with the thought, and let it go, and know that it's gonna come, but you gotta do your little thing to get there too. There's an expectation to it's like, okay, if I put on here, I'm gonna lose weight. What am I gonna do that? Right? So you might want to, for balance, or you might want to make yourself a pro and con list. What puts you out of balance and what puts you in balance. And when you look at those two things, then it's a decision on your part as to which column you're going to choose most from. It's a choice. It really is. And so that will help you focus on what you want to put on your board as well. Those pros, right, in your balance, when you're
Mhm.
able to find a few minutes, even just breathing, right? Even just breathing, getting those levels up can spark on an idea or an inspiration for this. So, um, how about you, Terry?
Oh,
What would you
well,
put on
your idea of the 2025, that'll be my first new vision board, I think, because we're all talking about it, whether it winds up being 2025 or 2026. I think I might put mine, well, it shouldn't make any difference. But I was going to say, I might put mine 2025-26 because I'm sure it'll spill into 26 anyways. Because if, if,
Oh,
there's going to be concerts and all that other extra stuff. So would you suggest doing just a single, like the single year, or so you just do one and then you do another one for 2026? Okay. But
yes,
that's what I'm going to do. I'm
yeah,
going to start getting ready for the return of all the boys.
there you go. And the cool part about that is um, it's going to get your levels up, right? Because within this year, we are all going to experience, and it's going to all be all of us together. We're going to have an experience. We're going to share an experience of monumental awareness and grief. when they are all in, right? When everybody is in, and we're gonna need these thoughts. We're gonna need to be able to, um, do all of this kind of stuff, right? And for me, my board, it will probably be based on an event. And when I say that, I think of, uh, I think of, I'll say, I'll base it on my experiences that I had with my Army family in Las Vegas when we all stayed in an Airbnb together. Okay. So I would base the event, because we don't know what it is yet, I would base my board on what I know to be a wonderful experience with my Army family, and put things on there, like have fun, uh, find find all of the Korean barbecue restaurants we can. I mean, things like that, things that are gonna make it fun, like the wine friends, or, any place that we would go to shop when we're in these new places for their events, right? Uh, Turning Bora Haggis into, Purple Vegas, like, woo! So, those are the kinds of things that I'll probably put in healthy. I wanna be healthy, I wanna do that. I wanna be financially healthy too. I wanna be able, and I did that in the last one. I'm an eBay seller, so everything that I sold on eBay for the prior time before the show, I put onto a credit card and I capped myself, like, "This is what I'm gonna spend." And the vision board helped me do that, because it's like I'm not gonna overspend, and it really pushed me in my eBay store too. So it did a whole bunch of other wonderful things to, to make all of it happen, because little things wonderful happen and spurts in that too. So I would, go for the year, go for the event. Like Flora, she's looking for balance. So everybody's gonna have their own thing. It's not a coverall, right? And that's the cool part about having a coach. And then once you have this, it's like I have this. Normally, I have this in a picture frame, like a shadow picture frame, with some of my BTS stuff, right? So this is a wonderful reminder, and it will never go anywhere. It will always be an inspiration and a reminder. So, um, so
So Terry, then you would suggest making a vision board for each thing?
well, you mean for
Or
like each thing, like your career and your relationships and stuff like that? Yes,
okay.
yes, yeah. Because
Because
it
then
gives you,
it would probably be easier to focus if you just have one thing to focus on each board. And you made them small enough so that you could actually make a collage out of it. This is my life for the next year. I have
yes,
5 different vision boards.
That's interesting.
yes.
Yeah.
See, and you're already going. You're already going. Your wheels are already turning. So I'm excited to see what your vision boards are going to look like. Seriously.
I'll show it. I have to do the reels for the 10 days of wellness, so you'll see. You'll see it's gonna be the whole process of
Come
doing
on, Flor. I know you got this. I know you got this. Well, okay. So now let's talk about. Now we've talked about what we need. Okay. We've talked about the materials that we're gonna need, and I'm still hearing feedback, so that's why I'm kind of hesitating, so I can wait for the things to finish. But so, what we're gonna do, we talked about the materials list. We talked about the focus and the clarity that you want to have. So, there will be a sheet that you'll be able to download as well that will have all these kind of points on it, with relationships and health and fitness and career and all of that financial that you can choose from. So once we figure out where we're going to focus at, BTS trip, right? BTS trip. Once we figure out what we're going to focus on, then when we understand, when I share this with you, you're going to go, oh, right. When we understand what the benefits of doing this are, it will help you and inspire you on your own vision board, right? So we're going to talk about the first thing is like visualizing your goal. Do you guys visualize, like when you think about your future? Do you think about what's like, really think? You don't think about it with fear in your head, like, oh, that I probably couldn't do that. You visualize without limitations.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Right?
Well, that's
Come on,
So, you
Terry.
know, that's something, yeah. Well, you know, we can't have limitations because if you put limitations, then you're not, what's the point of a vision board? Right? A vision board is to overcome to help you overcome what you perceive as your limitations.
Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. It helps you to understand that really seriously, when I said it earlier, what we think about, we can become, we can have. And I wanna share this with you guys. Think about this for a minute. How many times have all of us been put into a situation where we've said, you know what? If I know that's not gonna work out. If I do that, no, it's not gonna work out. It's gonna be messed up, it's not gonna work, all right? So then here we go. You're putting it out. Your words are like weapons and they have legs and travel. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna put that out there. And sure enough, the event or whatever the situation happens, and you're like, and it falls to pieces. It's a mess. It's this and that. It's just, yeah. And you're like, see, I told you, I knew that was gonna happen like that. And you know what? They're right because they focused on it. They manifested it by putting it out there like that, sharing that with everyone. It's not gonna work, it's not, and you're right, it didn't. So if we took that thought process itself, just the process, not the thoughts, but if we took that process, flip flipped it over so that we're like, "You know what? That's gonna work out. I don't whatever happens, it's gonna work out. It's all gonna be good." And we're putting it out there like that, and it works the same way. Do you know that? It works the same way as saying, "See, I told you it wasn't gonna work." It works the same way. And we're like, "Whoa, whoa, who woulda known? Whoa, who woulda known?" So, you know, I would challenge everybody to take that thing that is, "No, I'm not I can't," or, and 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 still talk about it differently because that will help change your perception. And the vision board will also help you change your perception about things because you're gonna be able to really see how you're feeling inside when you focus and get clarity, right? And you understand the benefits. So to visualize yourself down the road afterwards, it's like the person that you see yourself down the road as, you have to be that person now. You have to be her now, emotionally, if you can physically, I mean, as much as you have to be that person now. And before you know it, you are that. So that's visualization, and I did do that years ago. I did that, in a hypnotherapy session, and visualization, I can't even promote it enough, be able to see yourself in a different way. So then the next thing is, this is gonna increase your motivation when you see this thing, right, on your desk, you see it, you're gonna hang it in places where you're gonna see it. It can't be hidden in a wherever, you know? It's gotta be out where you can see it. It will inspire you, it'll continue to motivate you, right? Clarity and focus, we talked about that. I mean, you guys see how focused I am here, right? It's like the dancing girls at the bottom is Las Vegas because the dancing you all saw those dancing girls in Vegas on the strip, right? With all the feathers and the high heels and stuff, right? That's these guys. So, you know, uh, yeah. So, one of the other things is this will help you enhance your goal setting. We haven't even touched on goal setting yet, and goal setting for our mental health and wellness is huge, because that offers a step to hope and success and fulfillment, all of those good isms, right? So we want to have enhanced goal setting. We want to be able to feel like we can set a goal and get there, and this will help you do that, right? You just have to be honest with yourself when you're doing it. Next thing is this will make it so that such a positive mindset. It will give you a positive mindset. The hope, right? Hope. Um, the other thing is, this will help you manifest, and uh, I just can't. Well, I was in Vegas. I'm living proof. I'm living proof of it. And this is from a person who had no idea how I was gonna get there, and then I found out that I had a credit with Southwest Airlines, so the airlines were taken care of. I didn't know how I was gonna pay for the place I was gonna stay, and my Army family was like, "You know what? We're gonna do this, and you can just pay us," and we did that, and I did that, and everything was paid for before I even got there. I mean, it was incredible, and I promised myself that to do this vision board, I was not going to push, shove, or manipulate and contrive. If I was going to go and it was meant to be, it was going to happen just with a flow, and I was just gonna go with it. And when I got into the queue after getting the code for Allegiant, I had 99 people in front of me, and that was all. 99 people. First time I'd ever tried to get there. 99 people. I was in that queue and looking at that stadium full of people, within the first 90 seconds, they opened the queue. So I knew that this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. And I didn't have money to buy the ticket either. I saw that they had PayPal. I had PayPal, and I could be billed through PayPal. So it worked. You see what I'm saying here? Things were
Mhm.
working in my I had no idea that these things were gonna work out like they did, right? Also, you were talking about inspiring and how, our life purpose and this right here allowed me to be creative, and it allowed me to think about, what I wanted out of life and in general. So the focus board also gave me the permission
Mm-hmm.
to think ahead. And when I say think ahead, I mean understand that my visions and my vision boards and the things, as long as I follow the process, that I can have whatever I want. And that's what's happening right now as we speak. Those things are happening, right? So, the last and certainly not the least of things, but one of the last things is accountability, right? And being able to track your process. And boy, accountability can be a real pain in the butt for some people, right? Because then we're looking at this thing on our desk in front of us, right? We're looking at it, and we haven't lost weight. It's 3 months down the road. We're still not losing weight. We're still not. And boy, you guys know how crappy you can feel after that, right? I mean, you guys will have that, right? Where it's like, I didn't. When was the time? When was the time, aside from losing weight, because we've all been there. When was
Oh,
the time when you felt like, "Hmm, gosh, I dropped the ball there. I should have done better there." When was that? What was that time for you, for?
can you repeat the question because I couldn't listen it very well?
What was the time for you when you had something that you would have said, "Oh, I didn't do very good with that," or "I should have done better with that." What was the time when that happened? You don't have to go into the details, but just how you felt.
Okay, let me think. Let me think. Mm, when I moved, when I changed countries, I think I should have done earlier. Well, that was a very hard trip. Um, but yes, I would have done that earlier, much earlier, if I could.
Oh, I bet.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could take should have out of our vocabulary?
Shoulda,
I'm
woulda,
working
coulda.
on it.
Should have is only going backwards because should have is over. So what are you going to do to fix it? You can't. So let it
Right,
go, you know,
right. So what you
take
do,
that dual set breath and forget about it.
Exactly.
you make a new vision.
Mhm.
Yes, you make a new vision. You forgive yourself, you forgive whatever else made whatever that thing was happen, and it allows you to be able to be creative, to understand what you really want out of life, and it frees you from whatever that was back there. When you have a foot back there and you have a foot up there, what's happening in the present? So it's I can't advocate enough a vision board, a vision board. How about you, Terry? What about if you would have, let me ask this, is there a situation, and again, you don't have to give the details, but is there a situation that you feel like if you would have had a vision board about that event or that situation, and maybe it might have changed, like the outcome might have changed for the better?
I would say more my career. Because I don't know, now in retrospect, I always used my, which is not, I don't consider that's a bad thing to do, but I was a person who I went to work and I was very good and conscientious about what I did, but I didn't necessarily like it. I used all of my outside interests to find my fulfillment. So wouldn't it have been better if I had made a vision board and said, what about doing this, this, and this? Because that's because I didn't do that. And now, like being so involved with the boys and stuff, it's like they weren't around when I was growing up, but still, there had to have been something out in the universe that could have been more fulfilling that would have actually allowed me to find them sooner, also, because I would have been open to more things. And then when you see all the positivity that comes with meeting Army and going to concerts, and there's just so much that you can't go back to. Once you gym in, you can't gym out. Well, once you BTS in, you can't BTS out. I don't care which one of the boys it is; they
Oh, that's
all
for
get
sure.
you in their own way.
Yes,
Yep.
you cannot.
You can't.
You cannot. So, this is a vision board. This is my take on a vision board. Okay, it's not the end all be all, certainly for vision boards, but it works for me. I didn't have to go out and buy anything really. The only thing that was very taxing mentally was trying to get the clarity and focus that we all search for, the balance, like Flora talked about. That's the only thing it was like making me, be in a better space when everything is coming within the next year and a half, 2 years. I want to be ready. And I want to be ready up here. I want to be ready here, right? Financially, I want to be
Mhm.
ready physically, everything. I want to be ready. I want to be able to not have to use a wheelchair when I am with my Army girls and I am like dancing and, there's a couple of Army people that, oh my gosh, I just so love hanging with them. They are so genuine. And it's like, woo, it's all big fun. So let's gear up for that. Let's all share a vision for 2025. Let's all share what we think down the road for us would be the awesome thing, right? No fear, no fear. And maybe after we talk about this a little bit, in our group, then maybe we'll roll it out soon. Who knows? I'm just throwing it out there right now. But let's do a vision board for 2025 challenge. So
Well,
the
that should be like
materials,
maybe the first thing on our 10 days of wellness is start a vision board. And we could do like an overall, what would be nice is if everybody makes a vision board based on this show and as part of our 10 days of wellness, and then you can send in pictures of your vision board.
Please.
And then we can
show
we
us
can
your
put up a
vision.
whole, we can do like maybe even we can talk to Nisha. Maybe we can do just a show of here's what we're all manifesting for 2025. This person is
Yes,
doing this. This person is doing this. We could, as a group effort, because Army is so supportive, why not do kind of like a group vision board? We could take thoughts of all different Army from all over the world. It's like, oh, I'm in this country. I'm going to do this because this is what we need to do to be able to, be with the boys in 2025. So we can make this huge collaborative effort. Everybody does a vision board. Everybody's putting it out there so we can all meet when the boys come home. Can you
yes,
imagine the amount of positive energy there will be in one place? People won't be able to handle it. We'll just like take over, because
Yes.
people notice that about Army all the time. It's like, God, you guys are all so nice. Well, or you get the comment. Did you get the comment when you went to Vegas? You went there and you didn't like know some of these people and you went with them anyway? Because I did that when I went to the concert in LA. I met people that came over from the UK and we all went together, stayed in a hotel together, had never met any place but online. And I said, well, you know,
That's
this
the
is
story.
not a group you have to
how I
worry
get
about
here.
that kind of stuff.
So what are you telling? That's how I get here. I got here. And I jumped in with Nisha. I said, "Do you want to ride?" It was like, okay, let's
Yep.
go.
See,
Okay.
Floor, who told us she was very shy and very reserved. She runs into Nisha in New York, and here she is.
Yep. No, that's true.
And here you
I'm
are.
doing shows. I'm doing social media. I'm doing reels. I haven't done a reel in my life. I'm posting every minute. I just to update my Instagram every 2 months. I'm another person, which is great. I like it. I like it.
Wow. There you go. There you go. Well, it, that's good that you said that you like it. That's good because some people are, I don't know if I like that one or not, but but I do want to say thank you to you for inviting me to be a part of the vision board and Terry for hosting and Flora for hanging out with us here. I really appreciate this, and I love the idea of the vision board, and I'm so grateful that you guys allowed me to share the concept and the idea of a vision board with you. It's way different than when we used to go just buy a piece of poster board with blue pictures on it for sure. So I hope that everybody gets their vision boards going. And it doesn't even have to be a book. You can use a pizza box if you want. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything spectacular. So, thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate the time.
Well, and usually we have been trying to close out singing the happy birthday song, but I do not, I don't have any clue what the words would even be. So here's what I'm proposing that I will do. I am going to find, and Floor can put it together because this can be your practice for a reel. We will send people out the vision board information, but with them we'll also attach, Floor, we need to find and put a few copies of the different times that the boys were singing happy birthday. There's enough birthdays out there. There's enough video out there. Can you make that be your first attempt at a reel? And then we'll post it in our TikTok. And then everybody can know how to do happy birthday correctly the next time, or at least good enough that, because you don't have to be super correct. Who cares? But that can be your thing for today, Floor, is you can make us a reel with the happy birthday, and then we can play that at the end of our shows without having to try and sing it.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody. It's been a great hour of learning how to be what we want to be. So let's all do that for our 10 days of Bangtan. Let's all make one of them be a vision board, and then we'll see about putting
Sorry.
everything together.
Actually, it's our second prompt from our 10 days of wellness.
Okay, we'll see. Now you know how to do it.
Yeah. And I don't know if someone wants to share it. I'm glad. Tag me in. Can make reels. I love them. I love them now. And well, I wanted to add that we asked Army.
We need to put the birthday song on a vision board. We all need to learn the birthday song.
Okay.
Yes, of course. I'll do it for the end of the day. So.
Okay. Well, now we have two reels for Floor to do, which means that everybody needs to make a vision board for their for one of our 10 days of wellness, because that's one of the prompts Flor just told us. So, and she's offered to put together a reel with pictures of all of our vision boards. So we've got projects to do, Army. So let's do it. So we're ready to go see the boys in 2025. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Well, Flora, I hope I didn't throw you under the bus, as they say, saying that you'd find the birthday stuff to make a reel, but I can't remember how to sing it. I just think it would be better if we even took one. We could just, if you could make a really short video and then make a reel, but if you made a short one, I think the one of the boys in the beginning is about 43 seconds. Now you're still in, so can you, on your screen, off to your right, do you see a thing where it says banners, brand?
No, I'm not admin. It's the same thing that yesterday. I don't see anything of that.
Okay, because when I'm in, but see, I don't think I'm in as an admin. I just went in as Nisha. And I would think that it would still let you do, because if you're looking at the screen on the bottom, you should have where it says mute, stop cam, settings.
Yes, I have that. That's
Okay,
all.
so way over to the right,
The chat.
do you
And the
see
comments.
there's on the right of your screen? Hold on, because I got to make sure that this is off.
Okay.